All right, so today we coming to you with another episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk, and we got very special guests from the Show Me State. We got Korey, Mark, and Logan, and today we're gonna talk about working together as a family and just talking about auto glass. So, first and foremost, how you guys doing today?
We're doing well, man. We're doing well. Good to see you guys.
Cool.
See you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are in Missouri, an auto glass company, I'm assuming. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Mark, what services does your guys' shop offer?
We
to the
strictly
public?
do auto glass and like in our cars, trucks, and heavy equipment.
Gotcha.
You know, like we've spoken before, we do a lot of body shop work, fleet counts, dealerships. We do a share of retail too, but probably 80% of our work is through some sort of an account.
Gotcha.
But strictly cars, trucks, heavy equipment, repair and replace. And we cut a lot of laminated glass. We do
That's what I was going to ask you next, if you guys actually cut the glass for the heavy machinery and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do quite a bit of that. Yeah.
Do you guys venture into residential or any storefronts, anything like that?
No, not at all.
Strictly auto.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're working with a couple other local glass companies that just do commercial and residential, and we refer back and forth. So we pretty much stay out of what they do, and they leave us to what we do. So
Kind of got your guys both, one handles this, one handles that.
yeah. Actually, one of the companies we get a lot of work from is a company I actually worked for a while, and then I quit. And then a few years after I quit, they quit doing auto glass altogether and just decided to concentrate on commercial and residential. And they still send me a ton of work. It's pretty awesome.
That's good.
That's
nice
cool.
Respect factor there.
Yeah, exactly. So, how long have you guys been in the auto glass industry?
Well, I started in the auto glass in 1984 and worked from 84 to 2000. Then I got out of it and did a few other things and got back in it in 08. And we started our business here May 1st to be 5 years. So
Nice.
May 1st, 2015 is when we started.
Coming up.
Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Worked for us a year ago. Yeah. And Logan will be 1 year full time for us at the same time, May 1st.
Nice.
Question, Logan, real quick. How old are you?
25.
25. Okay. So did you start hanging around glass when you were a kid, or did you?
Well, no, not really, because when I was younger, Mark wasn't working doing glass at the time. He had a couple different things he was doing between the drop zone and factory work and other things. But by the time that he got back into the glass business, well, I guess towards the end of my high school year, you were working with Funky, but no, then I left for the Army and came back, and that's when they started up the business. And then by the time I got back, they had things full rolling. So
Did not know you were in the Army.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Thank you for your service,
Well,
bro.
thank you for your service, sir.
Yeah, that's when I got back is whenever I kind of started coming around helping out and learning.
That's cool. I know you guys are kind of like a suburb-ish of St. Louis, and St. Louis is kind of a big city. Has COVID affected you guys? Because
we're really pretty rural out here.
Okay.
So yeah, it affects us obviously just because it has everything. Our town we live in is 7,000 people. We're in a county of about 100,000 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like in our town, there was 5 cases of 7,000 people. There was 2. I just read this morning. I was just looking at it. So there was 2 of them have recovered. There's still 3. Now we do have a very dear friend of ours that got it. He works at a hospital. He's a nurse practitioner at a hospital, and he did get it. He's finishing up his time now, as far as quarantine and all that. So yeah, it's affecting us. We still got to, we're doing this what everybody else is doing. Wiping the cars down, wearing your mask, wear your gloves.
Just being safe.
Everything.
Yeah, so I got a question for you real quick, talking about wiping the cars and cleaning it. I saw one of your sales reps, Shannon at Migrant, posted a post earlier about disinfecting, and they sent the link. Are you guys billing for that, or how does that actually work?
You know what? We just actually started talking about that. I haven't at this, to this point, we haven't.
Okay.
But just like I said, once again, a lot of our work is in the shops, in the body shops where the cars are already taken apart and work.
Gotcha.
So it's a little different deal there. But no, we're gonna actually. We just started talking about that today. charging extra for that. We haven't up to this point. We have not.
Okay, cool.
Huh.
Nice.
So, what's the most challenging job you guys have done this month?
Oh wow. I don't know. That's kind of fun.
This month?
We do
Probably that
a handful of. We do a handful of. Yeah, I did. There's this old beat to shit motorhome that a guy had that I told him I wouldn't work on it, and then he asked another friend of mine if he would do it, and he conned me into helping him, and we had to. It was right on the job, turd of a truck, and it was all smashed in. That was kind of a challenge. We're working on one right now. We're working on a guy's restoring an '81 Ram pickup truck, true four-door.
Things like 30
and it's got a huge lift kit on it. We're doing a windshield and backlight. It's got a real super expensive paint job on it. He's tricking it out really nice. But we did a backlash on it yesterday. And we're in the problem. We were supposed to do the windshield on it yesterday, and surprise, it had a fucking scratch in it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So we didn't get that job done.
Wow.
We do our share of classic cars. We do.
Yeah.
Which are
We got that Camaro coming up, or the Challenger.
Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Challenger
Nice.
convertible.
Yeah,
The 64 Challenger convertible.
Oh,
Yeah, the old cars have a whole different challenge than working on new stuff. So, So, I personally have never worked with a family member other than having my wife. I've had a few assistants that are like family, but what is it like really working with family?
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, for us, because my wife has a full-time job that she does, and she and her professional life works with numbers, so that helps a lot. She works in the financial industry. So she helps really keep a good eye, keeping track of all the paperwork while we do the work. For us, it's worked out real well. I tried to do this on my own when I was a lot younger and failed miserably. But it was a whole different time in life. But not having a support group there at all to try to help you, So for us, it's worked out real well, and bringing Logan on has been a plus.
Cool.
Good thing, I hired a couple of people that didn't work out, helping out here and there. So, I mean, for us, it's worked out pretty well. It's worked out really, really well for us.
Logan has the best interest in it.
Yeah, he gives a shit. And that you can't really, you can teach someone how to do the job. You can't teach them how to give a shit. And
that's truth right there.
Yeah, I was gonna add it in there too, because when I met Logan this summer, and since then I could tell he really cares about doing a quality job. He's always quick to reach out to somebody and ask questions, which a lot of young kids don't either have too much pride or think they know everything already. So it's good. That's a good trait to have already, Logan. Commend you on that, sir.
Yeah, man, good trait.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So random question.
I told him all the time before, I've worked by myself so much, it's hard for me. I can only teach you what I know, when you work by yourself all the time. I will say, to the group has been a big help for us in general as a company, from learning aspects and from tools and being able to, get that feedback when we have a question about something.
I found myself on a few jobs where I've had to call Chris or Jeff or somebody just ask a few questions. So
the
group's been very helpful in a lot of aspects.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the group. A lot of people in the group, they're willing to help, freely help you out. The whole goal is you know better, you do better. So shout out to everybody to drop photos, give knowledge, and share information, because it's all about making the auto glass industry better.
And the only dumb questions are the ones you never ask. So
that's right. All right, so let's switch it up gears a little bit. I got a couple of random questions for you. So we'll start with you and with Logan and Mark first. So the question is, if a genie granted you 3 wishes, what would be your first wish?
Oh man.
3 wishes each? Or 3?
Now you just got. What would be your first wish? You had 3 of them, but what's your first one?
Yeah, my wife just typed up. She's like, "Health is the biggest one." Yeah, I get that. I kind of wish we had more time to spend to get my wife and I together. We work so hard, so many hours in the business, as you guys know. It would be nice to be able to not have to work quite so hard, but you always feel like if you slow down, you're going to stop, or somebody's going to pass you up.
I tell you one thing that I noticed about you and your wife that inspired me was you guys posted recently a picture. I think you guys made a pizza like a company or something local or some kind of bread. I saw that.
Yeah.
And I do think when you guys do spend time together, you do make the most out of it, and you actually encourage other people. Because I saw it, I was like, damn, they spending time together, man. A good meal, or y'all be outside, and it's just so peaceful when y'all post photos being outside.
Yeah. It's cool.
So what would be yours, Logan?
With from Genie, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Free Red Bull.
Free Red Bull.
Free Red Bull.
Stay awake all the time.
Stay awake. There you go, Drift. What would be yours, Drift?
Mine? Man, I'd ask for like the most decked out van you could have, like every tool in it, like a big old Mercedes, like Sprinter high roof, the long body, like just the walls covered with tools.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Work out of a Snap-on truck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. What about you, Jeff?
Well, I everybody poses this question to you sometime in your life, and I always said, first wish, I want 3 more wishes. So I got kind of greedy with it, but in all seriousness, poor health has touched my family in many, many ways, and I just wish health, because money and all this other stuff is great, but if you're not healthy to spend the time or spend the money or do anything like that, then what the hell is it for? So I just wish my family was healthy.
Yeah, that's me too, man. Healthy, peace, and prosperity. You know what I mean?
What you got, Korey? Is that it?
Yeah, that's your wish. What's your wish, Korey?
My wish would just be peace, because a lot of people just it's not even about me, just for people overall, man. A lot of people gripe about crazy things, complain. I just wish everybody peace, man, and wish myself just a peace of mind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right, so keeping it going. Next question would be, and we'll start with you, Jeff. What's the craziest job you would consider taking? It can be anything.
Craziest job I consider taking?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick little history lesson. When I was in my early 20s, I was working at Safe Flight in a little tiny town in Arizona, and an opportunity came across me to learn how to operate sky cranes.
Right.
And this was right when Vegas was having their big boom, when Bellagio was being built and all that other stuff. And that was the kicker. We had to move to Vegas.
Right.
And at the time, I'd never been to Vegas, and all Cynthia had seen is the strip and the debauchery and all that crap. And I'm not raising my family with that shit. So that was a job that still to this day that I don't regret, because I don't regret shit. But when I drive past construction and see that crane, I sit there, look at that little bird box up there, and think, man, that could have been me.
Okay.
But that's the craziest job I would take.
All right. What about you, Drift?
Man, crazy is... Sorry to all the plumbers out there, but man, I could not do plumbing. That is the craziest shit for me. Literally, like
Literal shit.
Literally, yes,
I
exactly.
can't handle that one.
What about you, Mark?
Well, actually, I spent several years of my life as a skydiving instructor, so
Okay.
that was pretty crazy. I did that for a full-time job.
Skydiving, man.
Man, jumping out of a perfectly good plane, that's a big problem.
That's where I actually
crazy.
met Korey at. That's where I met her through skydiving.
Oh,
The
shit.
skydiving, okay.
That's cool.
Logan was a rigger in the Army, so
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Our first 2 kisses were at 6,000 feet.
Wow,
That's pretty cool.
I don't think anybody in the group can top that. What's the highest altitude of your first kiss?
Yeah, no, you got me beat.
Yeah.
We're a jumping, skydiving, auto glass family.
Now, it's been a while since we've been involved in that, but yeah, that's been a big part of our life for about a decade. It was a huge part of our life.
That's cool.
That's really
Logan
cool.
grew up as a DZ rat.
Yeah. What about you, Logan? What would be the craziest job you would take?
What I already did, parachute rigging in the Army.
Parachute. All right, got you. My craziest job I would take, I always saw the things about the most dangerous job is an underwater welder. So I think, I think I would do that. You know what I mean?
I
Hey,
had a good friend that was in the Navy that was an underwater welder. He worked on submarines, and Yeah, he had quite a few crazy stories.
Yeah, so that was
Fat checks, that's for sure.
Yeah. So for sure. So the last question before we get everybody out of here, and we appreciate everybody for their time. So we'll start with you, Logan. If you had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh, if I had a theme song,
You don't know?
what's that? The Tom Cruise movie.
Mission Impossible.
No. Yeah, Top Flight.
Okay.
Top Gun?
Top Gun. Yeah.
Top Gun.
Okay.
What about you, Mark? What would be your theme song?
Simple Man, I'm thinking. I
Simple
like
Man.
Okay, all right. Classic, classic.
Classic. What about you, Jeff?
I would have to say My Way, but not Frank Sinatra, the Limp Bizkit version, because pretty much everybody knows. I just fuck it, do it like I do, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Gotcha. What about you, Drift?
And we all know what mine is, you know? Some Cheech and Chong. Right there.
my song would be it came out like a couple years back, but Happy by Pharrell, that Happy song. So that would be mine.
Korey says that's hers too.
Korey's always smiling. That's
I'm trying to smile, try to be happy, try to find the lighter side of things, make a joke out of stuff. So that's me, happy. So,
There you got it.
Well, I think that fits very well.
yeah, well, cool. Well, we appreciate everybody and your time, and we won't hold y'all any longer. Lori, Mark, and Logan, and we thank you guys for doing this and for giving us some inspiration and trying to make the auto glass industry better. So we appreciate everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Have
Thanks
a
a lot,
great
guys.
day.
All right, no problem. Y'all take
guys.
care.